So yes, hello, and welcome to Panama. Today I thought we might want to take a look at some Panama hats, which I'm quite fond of, and this is the perfect place to do it. Panama hats have a long and romantic history. They've been worn by such people as, let me read this last, Teddy Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Nelson Mandela, Ernest Hemingway, of course, Albert Einstein even, Pablo Picasso, Humphrey Bogart, who else? Gary Cooper, and Cary Grant, and there are others, certainly. And they've been featured in movies such as Casablanca and The African Queen. As you may or may not know, Panama hats are not made in Panama, not at all. In fact, all the Panama hats are made in Ecuador. If it's a true Panama hat, it comes from Ecuador. And the best hats come from a little town called Monte Cristi in Ecuador. So there's a little tidbit of information for you. I don't know how generally widely known that is, but that's a fact. So why, you might ask, are they called Panama hats in the first place? And the reason is actually fairly simple. It's because Panama was the shipping spot where all of these hats were shipped out and became popular throughout the world. The hats had been made since at least the 1600s in Ecuador. Nonetheless, they found their marketing outlet in Panama, and centuries ago, and since then, the name has stuck. And still today, just as 100 or 200 years ago, Panama City remains a great place to buy quality Panama hats. And now, that having been said, let's take a walk together through Casco Viejo, which is the old colonial neighborhood in Panama City. It dates back to the 1600s. The architecture is charming and the streets are very narrow. In this now very fashionable part of the city, we will no doubt find some very nice shops that carry all sorts of things, including, of course, Panama hats. Interestingly enough, this place is actually a rebuild of Panama City because the original Panama City was destroyed and burnt to the ground by Morgan the pirate in 1671. Of course, today the city is fairly free of pirates. That is, unless you want to count the bankers who hang out over in the more modern financial section of the city. So here it's just mostly innocent tourists and shoppers. And now let's go look at some hats. Well, here we are on the street of the hats in Panama. And if you look behind me, you'll see the sign that says the Street of the Hats. If you want to buy a Panama hat, this is the place to come. We'll take a look and see some of the shops. Now, one thing to be warned about is just because you bought it in Panama and it's made out of straw does not mean it's a Panama hat. There are some ways you can tell, and we'll discuss that in a minute. But the odds are, if it says Panama on it and it costs $10, it's not a real Panama hat. But don't worry, there are plenty of authentic Panama hats here. And by the way, they do come in a variety of styles and colors. Some of them rather bright and colorful. But the one that we think of when we typically think of a Panama hat is the classic natural straw fedora. And this is the one that's most loved all over the world and most prized by collectors. And right behind me is one of the best Panama hat stores in all of Panama City. Now let's go take a look inside. What do you say? This place is a real gem of a store. In fact, it's practically a hat museum. And this is a place where serious collectors come, as well as tourists like myself. And as you can see here, there's a spectacular variety of sizes, shapes, and styles. They've got everything here, including museum pieces. If you're in the market for a $3,000 to $5,000 Panama hat, you've come to the right place. And you can also get a $200 bottle of scotch if you want. But wow, these sure are some beautiful handmade works of art. Now let's find out a little more. Where did the best Panama hats come from?
The hat come from Ecuador. Montecristi, Ecuador is the finest quality hat that you will be able to find in Montecristi, Ecuador. There's a tradition over there to be one of the finest hats. So we sell every single quality of hats, but now we specialize just in hats and toquilla straw hats.
And toquilla is the type of palm.
Toquilla is a type of palm that is it's used to be able to build this type of hats. So we know Panama hats, it's all about the thread count of the hat. So it's all about how many knots in a square inch we can find in a hat. In our store, we have every single quality you can imagine. Here, we're going to be looking at two pheno qualities. This one here, if we put them side to side, just by looking at it, you'll be able to see the quality difference. So in here, you're going to see a pheno hat. Then here, you will be seeing an extra pheno hat. So you could see how tightly woven is it. Now, there's hyper fine hats that you're going to find in our store, which are going to be unique pieces, which the one that we have here inside the case, this one here, it's a grade 45. What that means that there's 45 nuts in a linear inch, and then you're going to be finding more than 4,000 nuts in a square inch, which something like this could be valued up to $12,000. These are very unique pieces. Something like this is going to take around 1 year, 6 months to build. Yeah. Now, this is a grade 45 and it's very fine, but here you'll be able to look at one of the finest hats in the world, certified by UNESCO. And if you get close to it, not finished yet, doesn't have a shape, doesn't have a size yet, and here you'll be able to see a certified of denomination. And you'll be able to see that this is a grade 60, one of the finest hats in the world right now. This is a one-of-one piece. It's almost a museum piece. Only about 2 weavers in the world are able to make a hat like this one.
Now, will somebody come and buy this?
If they want, they could, but they will have to get size, and it's another process for it to be able to.
Would this be more likely a museum piece?
It is a museum or a collection piece. Yes.
Yeah. And do you sell to collectors?
Yes, we do sell to collectors. Yeah. We do sell to collectors, yeah. If you come in and you get fitted for your hat, and you can get a collection piece like this one.
Very nice. Panama hats have been made for at least 400 years in Ecuador. And the finest of these hats comes from a little town called Montecristi in Ecuador. And it's made from a type of straw called toquilla palm, which comes from a palm tree. That's a plant that grows in that area. Now, the best of these hats are the ones with the finest weave. And some of them are woven so tightly that it's almost like a fabric. You can't see through it. It's like cloth. This one is it's not the finest. It's not the worst either. It's in between. I spent $100 on it. And in Panama, had I bought it outside of Panama, it would have cost me $200 or $300. but it's made of a very fine weave, and it's quite comfortable to wear. And now, because Panama hats are fairly expensive, it's important to tell the real ones from the fakes. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you look at the crown of the hat, and you'll see that there's a spiral weave starting at the very center. Here are a few laughably terrible fakes for comparison. The color of the straw is very important too. A true Panama hat made of tequila straw from the tequila palm tree is a sort of a beige color, and it looks like this. If the color is pure white, that means it's been bleached. It could be true tequila palm, and it could be a true Panama, but it means that it had a flaw, so they bleached it white. Those are of lesser quality. So in closing, the true Panama hat is a work of art and craftsmanship. They've been making these for hundreds of years, if not long before that. And every hat is made by hand, if it's a true Panama. And it's made by craftsmen who take a lifetime to learn their craft. And if you're a collector or just an enthusiast or someone with good taste, I hope this has been helpful for you because these hats are beautiful. I totally love them. They're very comfortable. It's a natural fiber. They're cool in the heat, and they breathe, unlike plastic or synthetics. Plus, they're very flexible and supple, unlike lesser types of straw. So that's about it. I hope this has been an enjoyable experience for you. If you stuck around to watch the video this long, I guess you like Panama hats. But anyway, that's it from the Meandering Grandpa. That's me. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. And join me again sometime. Adios.
Yes, that was that cat, all right.